Hey guys, Madison here, about to watch season 1, episode 6 of Loki, the season finale. I cannot believe it's here already. I'm so excited and I have no idea what's going to happen. I went into this show having no idea what was going to happen, and it really did not take the direction I was expecting. I didn't even have an expected direction. I was just like, this is going to be crazy. This is going to be wacky and outside the box, and it definitely has been, but this show has a great heart at the center of it that I've really enjoyed, and I'm so excited and so nervous for this finale. I don't really have a checklist for it. I've got 3 things that I really want in this finale, and other than that, I'm really open to the possibilities. Number 1 is I really want to see Loki back in full costume, full Asgardian uniform. That's one thing that's admittedly bugged me in this series, is that even after Loki left the TVA and has gone on these epic adventures with Sylvie and done all these epic things and like the Void and fought with the Timekeepers soldiers, their goons, and all of that, he was still wearing this regular collared shirt and tie, and I'm like, imagine how much cooler this would look if he was in his full Asgardian costume right now. I couldn't help but think of it every time. So that's one of the things on my checklist. I want to see epic Loki, full costume. Number 2 is I want Mobius to get that dang jet ski. In my opinion, my humble opinion, there is no better post-credit scene than Mobius going full speed on a jet ski and going over like a jump, flying through the air and going, wow! That's my ideal post-credit scene. And then number 3, in all seriousness, number 3 is a happy ending. Or not even a happy ending, but just not killing anybody off, as in like don't kill off Loki, don't kill off Sylvie. That's my requirement. I have heard that there's supposedly going to be a season 2 of this show, but I don't think it's been outright confirmed yet, so I'm not sure. But I could see them splitting up Loki and Sylvie if there's going to be a season 2, like Loki or Sylvie gets unexpectedly sucked into a portal during the final battle or at the end, and we don't know where they went, what happened, what's going on, or something like that. That's fine. I just mean, don't kill one of them off, please, Marvel. I've had too many tragic endings in my stories in the past few years. I'm looking at you, Rise of Skywalker. So, I'm really hoping for a happy ending, or at least not a tragic ending today. Fingers crossed. Don't break my trust, Marvel. But before I get to the finale, I want to read your comments from last week. So let's start with Aaron Lassiter, who says, I think the big bad will be the King Loki variant. My hunch is that Ravonna has been working at the TVA for Kang to try and figure out who is in charge, how to take over, and he'll be revealed in a post-credit scene. The outside the box idea would be that Mobius has been playing everyone and is actually running the TVA. That would break my mind. Oh, and the Thanos copter is a real thing from the early comics. Google it to get a good laugh at the pictures. I did hear that. I heard that the Thanos copter was a thing from the comics, and I think that's hilarious. I always love it when Marvel can work in, like, Easter eggs from the comics. It's so fun. Tosh Omni says, congratulations on your channel finally getting monetized. Thank you. There are so many references to the comics in this episode, including a number which indicates that Kang will be involved somehow. I was also struck by the similarities between Peter Pan and Kid Loki, with his sword and Gator Loki biting off President Loki's hand just like Captain Hook. There was also what looked like a pirate ship among the debris. I did notice the pirate ship, and I did not think of those Peter Pan parallels, but you're right. I think either it's a massive red herring or Kang is involved somehow, and he's gonna show up or be shown in a post-credit scene or something, because I'm like, why would they have Ravonna in here, who is his girlfriend? Why would she be in here unless Kang was gonna show up or be hinted at, you know? Unless, again, it's just a giant red herring to make us think it's Kang, but it's actually not. TWSTF8 says, OMG, LOL. I know I can't be the only one who kept trying to wipe that tiny little speck off the wall, on her wall, off my screen. I'm so sorry, guys. It drives me crazy too. It's not a speck. Actually, where's the other one? Okay. So here's one, and there's one here. Those are actually nails. Actually, this one's a nail, and this one's like a hook in the wall for things to be hung up on the wall behind me. I did have something hanging there, and I took them down because the glare on the glass behind me was driving me crazy in my videos. It was so distracting, and it was just not a good background, so I took them down, and now there's just these nails, these hooks up here. So maybe I will come up with a better background soon. Or have something to drape back here that doesn't have a horrible like glass reflection on it. Anyway. Last but not least, we have Yoda Guru, who says, I really wanted Mobius to ride up on a jet ski to save Sylvie. Now that would have been a great opportunity. That would have been a perfect opportunity to do the jet ski. And it didn't even have to make sense. Like, there didn't even have to be water. It could just be like skidding along the ground and whatever. It's the void. It can do whatever it wants. Or it's like powered by some kind of little like engine burst thing at the back, you know? Or it's a jet ski with wheels. It could have been. Could have been. But fingers crossed, hopefully they know we've all been waiting very patiently for the jet ski, and they will finally give us what we've been waiting for in this final episode. But without further ado, it is time to find out. Let's find out if Mobius finally gets to ride that jet ski.
Where you go, Tic Tac?
That's how you punish her.
Wakanda forever!
You wouldn't have heard of me.
Let me put you on.
What is happening? Did I just see the multiverse happening? That over here and this over here? Were they saying everything in the MCU was over here, but then like WandaVision and Loki was over here? I don't know. The Eye of Sauron. Am I the only one who thinks this looks like Isengard?
I was pruned before you even existed. I have been waiting for this moment my entire life. I just need a second to get my head straight, okay?
Sure. Of course.
Wait, she's been pruned before she just got pruned? Confused.
It's crazy, but he could make it work.
It's too good to be true. Don't listen. It's a trick. It's a trap. Miss Minutes is evil, man. Oh boy.
But he thinks this will be more useful.
Who?
Happy reading.
She really doesn't know. I love this set. It's gorgeous. I love the lighting. Someone's in here.
Just a little bit easier to kill.
Made him angry. No, he doesn't even care.
Come on.
Is this Kang? I wouldn't drink anything he gave me.
I said I wasn't to be disturbed.
Well, you're not going to be happy to see me.
I'm sorry, Mobius.
No, you're not. Free the TVA.
Judge Renslayer.
Who are you? And what the hell are you doing in my school?
That isn't Judge Renslayer.
That who she was before she got taken?
You know what would happen if we didn't prune the timeline?
What?
Chaos. Death.
Free will?
Free will?
Where are you gonna go?
In search of free will.
She want to take over?
Understand your I've been dubbed many names by many people. A ruler, a conqueror. You two run the thing.
You're lying. Why would you give up being in control?
But now I have no idea how the rest of this is going to go. I'm being candid.
What are you doing?
Sylvie, hang on a moment. Let's just talk about it.
Was I thinking trusting you?
Oh no. Oh gosh.
I just want you to be okay.
Aww.
But I'm not you.
Oh.
See you soon.
I mean, I'm with her. He needed to be removed. So, I know bad stuff's gonna happen, but he couldn't stay in charge. The way things were just was not right. Introducing the multiverse of madness. Loki. What's he gonna do?
Take it easy. You're an analyst, right? What division are you from?
What are you talking about?
Who are you? What's your name?
Boots on the ground now, archives.
What?
Who are you?
What? Yep. Okay. That was both sort of what I was expecting and not at all what I was expecting. Well, I got one of my 3 things on my checklist, and I guess I'd say I got the most important one. No Mobius on a jet ski, no Loki in a costume, but you know what? Neither of them died, so I'm happy about that. So it is Kang the Conqueror. The fans were right from the beginning. Well done. Wow. Okay, so I'm super excited. Loki and Sylvie kissed. Yay. The ship sails. Wow. See, I was expecting a little bit more. I guess in my brain, even though like I knew there could be a season 2, I was expecting more closure. And this was just totally open-ended, like setting up season 2. We've got Ravonna going in search of answers. Sylvie has killed Kang, so now she's in charge of the timeline. Like, what happens with that? Because we know she wants free will, and she doesn't want a dictator to be in charge. So I guess Sylvie just goes her own way and does her own thing, and nobody's in charge, and so there's just complete chaos. And Loki will be trying to put things in order somehow. Like, what is he gonna do? How are they gonna fix it? Because I don't know. How does he plan on fixing the multiverse problem? Oh man. I mean, this is gonna change the whole setup of the MCU going forward, because we're in this chaotic multiverse now. So this obviously will be the state of things in Loki season 2. There's Spider-Man No Way Home. There's Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. And now I'm like, how long does the multiverse thing go on? Is Doctor Strange gonna fix the multiverse problem in his movie? Now I'm thinking probably not, actually. So I'm kind of wondering how they're gonna make him succeed in that movie without fixing the entire multiverse. Because what I think they're setting up here is the next Avengers level bad. So what I think they're doing is, like, Kang is gonna be the next Thanos. So they're gonna keep having variants of him appear in different films, along with different villains as well. And it's all going to build to the next Avengers movie, where a team is going to come together. Like, for example, Doctor Strange, Scarlet Witch, Spider-Man, maybe the Guardians, maybe Loki. And they all come together and have an epic battle to try to stop King once and for all. And maybe they succeed in one Avengers movie, or maybe it takes several. But yeah, actually it did not even occur to me like there being a million different Kangs. Like, I always just kind of thought of one in my head being at the top of this, and then he would be like the bad guy going forward in all the different stories. But it actually makes sense with the whole multiverse thing to have many of them. So it's like Hydra cut off one head, 2 more will take its place. So it's like whack-a-mole, whack-a-king. You keep smashing the Kangs and they keep coming back because there's limitless variants of them. So I'm gonna be real with you guys. I'm gonna be real with you. I liked the finale. I liked several aspects of it. I liked there being a disagreement between Loki and Sylvie was an extra conflict. It was interesting, and having them go against each other while being in love at the same time is going to be great tension going forward. I'm really excited for season 2, but honestly, as a finale on its own, this was a little bit of a letdown for me. And it's hard to explain because I don't even know exactly what I wanted out of it, but I just know that this wasn't quite it. I thought there was too much exposition. I think the exposition took too long. I wanted there to be more action. Like, I think the entire episode pretty much was just straight up dialogue, which can be fine when it's super compelling, but I was getting a little bit bored at times in this one. There was a little bit of a fight there between Loki and Sylvie, which I thought was good. But I wanted them to at least fight King, even if, like, I don't know, I just wanted there to be an actual fight. I wanted him to resist instead of just sitting there and letting Sylvie stab him. Like, after she pushes Loki through the portal, she could have had an epic fight with King. That would have been great. So I'm a little bit disappointed that there wasn't a more exciting final confrontation when other fights and other confrontations in this show have been so exciting. This felt like a little bit of a letdown for me. And I hate saying that because I did really enjoy this show. I don't know, it's hard for me to say because at the beginning I was like, oh, this is already my favorite Marvel show. This is the strongest. But like with the whole thing in the rearview mirror now, I'm kind of like, I feel like WandaVision was way more satisfying for me as a whole. It had a steady build and a steady mystery building and conflict building throughout, and it kept having nice threads, everything tied together nicely at the end. I will say that I think WandaVision suffered a little bit in the finale, just like this show. I didn't feel like the finale was quite as strong in WandaVision as it could have been, although the final confrontation between Wanda and Agatha was way more exciting for me than this confrontation with Kang. It was way more satisfying seeing her achieve full Scarlet Witch form and just seeing her reach her like potential and succeeding and defeating the villain, even though there were clearly more problems going on. Like she's doing something with the Darkhold, like there's gonna be more, but it just felt more satisfying, and it tied off that thread with her and Vision. Their last scene was so heartbreaking and also cathartic and satisfying, kind of wrapping up the story of that series. Now, I know that's probably because WandaVision's only going to be 1 season, so they could wrap things up more. Loki's going to have a season 2. But I just feel like this finale could have been stronger. I wanted to see Mobius succeed. I wanted to see him be capable as like a fighter too, because he just goes at Ravonna and he's immediately defeated. There's not even a fight there. Imagine how much more exciting it would have been if there had actually been a little bit of a struggle there before she beats him and leaves. I just feel like there were some missed opportunities. I think that episodes 4 and 5 were way stronger than 6. I'm excited about where this is going, more than like what actually happened in this episode, because obviously everything has changed going forward, but I'm just like, I want more, and I guess that's good because there's a season 2. But anyway, it sounds like I'm being really negative. I did really enjoy this show. I just feel like there were some missed opportunities. I think the finale could have been stronger, but overall I'm very happy with the direction they took with Loki and Sylvie getting together only to be torn apart. By the way, I totally called that at the beginning of this video, one of them getting thrown into a portal and them getting separated. Called it. Totally okay with that. I think it's going to be really exciting going forward with them going against each other, but also not wanting to hurt each other. That's going to be really great. I'm not sure how I feel about... I honestly don't really like now Loki having to deal with a Mobius who doesn't even remember him or know him. It's just like, we have to start back at square one. We have to start over, like, really. But anyway, maybe they'll handle it in a way that is exciting and fresh and entertaining. So yeah, that was the finale. I'm in shock a little bit because I expected multiverse craziness, like I expected all the branches to happen somehow, but I'm just kind of stunned with how it all unfolded. I expected there to be trials too. I think that was something else I kind of expected and then didn't happen, like there being obstacles and trials within the castle on the way to Kang. I thought that would happen, but they just walked straight in. So I guess that's my main complaint, is that I felt like there were missed opportunities for additional conflict that would have, in action, that would have made this episode more exciting. Because the character, I am more about character and just development and arcs and all that more than I am about action, but I felt a distinct lack of action in this episode because I just don't think the dialogue and the scenes were quite strong enough to carry this episode without any action to balance it out and enhance it. So there you go, there's my honest review of this episode, because I don't just want to be blindly positive about everything and say I loved it, it was perfect, when I don't actually feel that way. So I hope nobody's like punching their laptop or their phone right now, but I liked it, I didn't love it. So let me know what you guys thought in the comments below, what you thought of the finale. Are you satisfied? Do you feel like this did everything you wanted it to do, or did you feel a little bit let down? What were you wanting? All of that. And going forward, I don't believe I have another show to react to until Book of Boba starts in December. So my current plan is to start reacting to movies, and I might throw in like a TV show if I find one that catches my interest. But I'm planning to start doing a lot of movie reactions. So once a week I'll be releasing a movie reaction, and instead of like Loki or WandaVision or Falcon and Winter Soldier, I'll be doing movies. So if there is a movie that you would like me to react to, post it in the comments below and I will consider it. I've already got my first one selected for next week, and that is going to be The Gladiator, which is a classic movie that a lot of people love that I have never seen. So I'll be doing my first reaction to The Gladiator next week. I haven't decided which day yet, probably Friday, and I'll call it Film Fridays. So I'm really excited about that. But I have not planned beyond next week, so post your suggestions in the comments below, and maybe I'll make a poll. Like maybe I'll make a poll every week and say, and list my options, and y'all can choose which one you want me to react to next. So I'm excited about that going forward, and thank you guys so much for coming along this wild Loki journey with me, and I can't wait to see you guys next week. Thanks for watching.